Shall we skip the waltz? Shall we skip the waltz? It's go to Maria.
I don't know. Nothing yet. Were you ready?
Yeah.
And may I ask that you please ensure that the phones are on silent. And sadly today, our mace bearer is not with us. He's unfortunately sick, so I'm afraid you're stuck with me. Excuse me, thanks. Excuse me. Excuse me. Deputy Lieutenant, High Sheriff of Berkshire, High Steward of Wokingham, Wokingham Borough Mayor, distinguished guest and other guests, please be upstanding if you're able to for Wokingham Town Councillors. Take that from me. I don't want it. Just throw it in a minute. Hey, no. Where's the mayor? Deputy Lieutenant, High Sheriff of Berkshire, High Steward of Wokingham, Wokingham Borough Mayor, distinguished guests, town councillors, and all other guests, please be upstanding if you're able to for the Town Mayor of Wokingham.
Okay. Do we have any apologies for absence?
Yes, we have apologies for our absence from Councillor Magali.
Okay. Right. So I get to read a farewell address. It's only 10 pages, you'll be fine. Right, good afternoon everybody. What a beautiful day. This morning I went to Park Yoga and there were over 100 people in Howard Palmer Gardens. That's one of our parks. Parents were able to exercise alongside their babies in buggies. There were little ones and teenagers joining family yoga sessions, and I'm pretty sure the oldest person attending was in their 80s. It's a great use of our closest park for all ages. And yoga in the sunshine with the trees swaying in the breeze and the birds singing is a sublime start to the day, and I would really recommend it. Now, thinking back to my year of mayoring, it was a year that started and ended royally. Meeting the Queen, oh no, sorry, it was the tribute band, the Queen, at the Platinum Jubilee concert, and ending this Friday, meeting with 130 members of royalty at the Link Age Concern coronation lunch. Well, I think they were all royalty because everybody was wearing a crown. They did look fantastic. In between those two events, talking with and listening to the many wonderful people that make our town a welcoming and supportive place was brilliant. From the BSL interpreters and accessibility platform at the concert, to excitable and excited brownies in the town hall, to our first Lunar New Year celebrations in the marketplace, and the vigil for the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. It has been a year of inclusion. The council can pride itself on living up to its principles, and next year we can reflect on how far we've come and perhaps do even more to be more inclusive. It's important to me that the council serves our current residents and businesses, but also secures Wokingham for future generations. I am proud to have represented a council that aims to make our facilities and events and our parks and allotments more sustainable. Talking of allotments, I learned from Tony, my predecessor, not to visit the allotments in my best clothes. I wore my wellies. However, I'm afraid that I failed very early on to follow his advice about not being photographed with a glass of Prosecco in my hand. There was a lot to celebrate that first weekend with the Jubilee. I did take his advice on wearing the robes as much as possible, which was good in the winter, but as you can see today, councillors, it resulted in some serious melting in the summer. On the vast majority of the 103 engagements that I've attended, my mayor consort, Chris, has been there supporting me and sometimes keeping me on my toes in terms of what he was about to say. It just made me a little nervous on occasion. I would like to invite Chris up here to thank him in public for dusting off his suit, learning not to hair off ahead of me, as he usually does, ignoring his beloved workshop, and coping with my very erratic diary for the last year. Thank you. There were some events that I could not attend, and some where it is important that both Mayor and Deputy Mayor attended. My Deputy Mayor, Councillor Sally Gurney, served the whole of her last 4-year term as Chair of the Arts and Culture Committee. Under her guidance, with the support of our brilliant officers and our event partners, the Council delivers events that make Wokingham distinctive and attract people from far and wide. The Mayfair and Winter Carnival, Party in the Park, the Children's Fun Day and the Tabletop Takeover, to name but a few. I want to thank Sally for her service to the Council and her support to me throughout the last year, and to wish her well in the coming year. Come on, Sally. Of course, no major event is complete without our mini-mayor. In fact, at the fireworks last November, our mini-mayor rose to the occasion to be our town's representative because neither Sally or I could attend. I think one of us had COVID. Jayden, where are you, Jayden? Has been the town council's mini-mayor since the beginning of the current school year, and he joins me in retiring today. I did wonder if he was going to make it after he enthusiastically took up boxing at the Mayfair. But I am delighted that he is still here in one piece. I know he's had a great time. He's a credit to his family, friends and school. I have a gift for him today and would invite him to come up to receive it. Throughout the year, I've been honoured to spread the word about my mayor's charity, Kaleidoscopic. I am very grateful to those individuals and organisations who have supported the charity this last year. For those who do not know, Kaleidoscopic UK was founded in 2019 to support people subject to domestic abuse. It has now expanded to deliver education to children. The Educate to Eradicate programme, which the money raised throughout the year will fund, focuses on the prevention of abuse by educating children and those who support them, as well as providing recovery and support for children. I am pleased to announce that a total of £6,439.58 has been raised for Kaleidoscopic, and I would like to call Vicky and Nicole up to receive the rather large, physically and monetarily, cheque.
Yep.
Katie Hughes, our new town clerk, keeps me up to date and has made a fantastic start to her role. In addition to Katie's guidance, Chris and I have had Nikki Paler to call on whenever we did anything as mayor and mayor consort. Nikki is our civic officer who puts on events like this one today and the Remembrance Day Parade. She is immensely kind to everyone, not just me. She's just been brilliant. Water. I cannot begin to say how much Nikki has done for Chris and me over the year. I'm sure she's sighing a breath of relief, though, that she does not now have to put up with my jokes about selling the family silver. I would like to thank Nikki from the bottom of my heart for her support. The council is supported at these events by our honoraries, many of whom you can see here today, dressed up in their finest. Thank you for making Wokingham and its traditions so distinctive. One aspect of our distinctiveness is our mace, which you can see here, and our mace bearer, David Dunham. He's gutted not to be here today, and I'm so grateful to Nigel for stepping in his place. So David is the mayor's attendant, and he accompanied me to protect the chains. I did hope that he would jump in to protect me too, although he does like to keep me on my toes about that. I know he's watching, so one thing the new mayor needs to know is that it always takes twice as long to walk somewhere in town with David because he knows absolutely everyone. Thank you so much, David. I hope you are watching from home. You told me you would do. And make sure you check your inbox where a surprise awaits. I want to finish up now, you'll be pleased to know. Welcome our new councillors today. You're going to have a ball. I certainly have. I also want to thank those who started with me 4 years ago. It's been great working with you all. Sadly, one of the councillors who started with us 4 years ago, James Box, suddenly and unexpectedly passed away in 2020. It was a pleasure to serve with James on this council. If I might quote Andy Croy at the time, James was loved and respected, caring, principled, full of energy, and with a zest for life that lifted those around him. I don't know if you're aware, but James's wife Lynn Belchamber, is an extremely talented fine artist. Part of her work takes as her subjects buildings around our town. St Paul's Church, the Queen's Head, and the building in which we now sit. I am delighted to gift to the council Lynn's painting of the building at the heart of Wokingham, our town hall. I hope between enjoying the canapes you can take time to admire it. I am assured it will be displayed in a prominent place for the enjoyment of visitors to our historic building. That's the end. I lost the other 7 pages. You'll be pleased to know. Right, what are we doing next? Oh, okay, just sit there.
Hi there, hopefully everybody can hear me. I can hear myself, so it's going to be good. I'm here really to thank Maria for her time as Mayor, and becoming the Mayor of Wokingham is indeed a great privilege in our town, and it is our most honourable position. It's a non-political role, and it doesn't matter what colour your rosette is on election day. I hope that if any of you get the opportunity to be Mayor, that you will do it with the same enthusiasm and good grace that Mayor Maria Gee has done. Maria has served 2 years as our Deputy Mayor before finally becoming our Mayor last May. This was due to the problems with COVID, but in her year as Mayor, she and her husband Chris has made almost 100 visits using this position, largely to care homes, allotments, charity events, and many more things that are too numerous for me to mention, but Maria mentioned some of them. So, in our emergence from the effects of COVID, she also saw us through the last of our 4-year strategy of inclusivity and sustainability, and was a very key person in the recruitment and introduction of our new town clerk, Katie Hughes. Our Platinum Jubilee event last year was extremely successful and included the support of the sign language and wheelchair users, as mentioned, which is a subject I'm very proud that we did, along with a wide range of food and music representing the diversity of our Commonwealth. More increasingly so, that diversity is including the diversity of this town. She was quite fond there for our proclamation after the death of the Queen, which was quite a formal and traditional event, but extremely well attended. In fact, we didn't really know how well Wokingham would take that event. We were all surprised at the popularity of our Lunar New Year event earlier this year, which was almost too well attended, I think. Yes. Either way, I am proud of the work that we have done to celebrate our town, and Maria has been a great mayor that has served us all. I wish her and Chris well for the future, and I thank them both for their service. Thank you.
Thank you, Imogen. It has been a blast, I have to say. So now I invite nominations for the office of Town Mayor of Wokingham for the ensuing year.
I will propose that Councillor Gurney be elected Town Mayor for the ensuing year.
I will second the proposal.
In proposing Councillor Gurney, I'd like to thank the retiring Town Mayor, without which this would not have been possible. I will be short. Last year I seconded Sally Gurney for Deputy Mayor. Everything since then has convinced me that she is the right choice for the post of Mayor, and I therefore propose her for Mayor for the ensuing year.
I'm delighted to be able to second Councillor Sally Gurney as Wokingham's Town Mayor. Sally has been a councillor serving Wokingham for quite a few years now, and the Deputy Mayor for the last year. She always thinks about what is best for residents and will be a great and very modern Mayor for Wokingham. Sally, I hope that you enjoy your year as Mayor.
Councillors, are there any other nominations?
No, I can confirm there are no further nominations.
Okay, it has been proposed by Councillor Keith Malvern and seconded by Councillor Bishop Firth that Councillor Sally Gurney be elected Town Mayor for the ensuing year. Councillors, all those in favour, raise your hand. Anybody against? The motion is carried.
I hereby declare that Councillor Sally Gurney has been elected Town Mayor of Wokingham for the ensuing year.
Please be upstanding if you're able to, whilst the mayoral party leave. Give that to me. That just got to speak straight away. Okay. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Deputy Lieutenant, High Sheriff of Berkshire, High Steward of Wokingham, Wokingham Borough Mayor, distinguished guests, town councillors and all other guests, please be upstanding if you can to welcome the newly elected Mayor of Wokingham.
Please be seated. So my very first thing that I get to do is I would like to thank Cllr Maria Gee and invite yourself and her consort, Chris, to come meet me at the front for a past mayor's badge and a town council badge. So moving on to item 4 on the agenda. Katie? Acceptance of office.
I invite our new town mayor to make the declaration of acceptance of office.
I, Councillor Sally Gurney, having been elected to the office of Mayor of Wokingham Town Council, I declare that I take office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. Thank you. And then Councillors Morven and Bishop Firth, I believe, also need to sign it as witnesses.
So I could ask you to just sign underneath there and there, and then I'll add your names afterwards. Underneath? Yeah, so just sign there. And then
Oh, there we go.
The mace is a symbol of authority from the monarchy for our town. So I'm delighted to be able to pass the mace over to our mayor, and our mace bearer, Thank you.
So you get the pleasure of listening to me briefly now, hopefully. So distinguished guests, friends, family, fellow residents of our beloved town, please be very welcome here. Today, I stand before you with immense gratitude and a deep sense of responsibility as I accept the honour of serving as the mayor of our wonderful community. I'm humbled by the trust that you have placed in me, and I assure you I'm committed to working to uphold the values and the aspirations of our council and our town. I particularly want to extend my thanks to our outgoing Mayor, Maria Gee, for her dedicated service and for the positive impact that she's made on our community. It's been an absolute pleasure to serve as your deputy, and your advice along the way has been very much appreciated. I'd also like to express my gratitude to my consort, Chris, for his company throughout this journey. Your support and encouragement will be invaluable as we work together to serve our town. And lastly, I want to welcome all of our new councillors. You're all passionate about the well-being of your town and your residents. You got off your soapboxes and you stood up. Your residents chose each and every one of you to represent their interests, and your journeys are just beginning. As town councillors, we are all unpaid volunteers, and that can sometimes be forgotten. So on behalf of myself and the town, thank you. So I've just come home from my company's annual marketing summit, where a recurring theme prevailed, interdependence. And that means I serve us so we can serve others. The mindset of respect and collaboration that represents is precisely what I aim to cultivate in this council. I want each one of us to feel encouraged to express our opinions, to know that our words will be acknowledged and carefully considered. By approaching all of our discussions with open minds, we ensure that decisions we reach together will reflect the wisdom gleaned from the diverse representation that we have here. Together, we'll make informed choices to benefit our community. And service to our community does lie at the heart of this council endeavours. From everything from Bloom, our allotments, the play parks and the beautiful natural green spaces we have. From the many cultural and civic events that we host. The community hall and this beautiful building here. Through installation of public art and support for our many fantastic local charities. And even our less glamorous but just as important activities like reviewing the planning applications in our town and ensuring the fiscal responsibility of our council. All of these ultimately are for the benefit of our residents and our businesses. Our commitment to supporting local charities will remain unwavering, and I'm proud to announce that the Mayor's charity for this term will be the Berkshire Search and Rescue Dogs. They are a fully qualified lowland rescue team of 2- and 4-footed volunteers who are on call 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, to support the police in searching for, locating, and reuniting high-risk missing people with their loved ones. They work in Wokingham as well as the wider Berkshire area. They're self-funded, and they have to find £10,000 a year to fund their activities, which includes insurance and equipment. They even pay for their own fuel when they're driving around. So I know that our support is going to make an enormous difference to this vital service and hopefully help these dedicated volunteers. But I can't achieve these goals alone. It's the collective effort of our entire community and our entire council that will lead us to success. So I call upon each and every one of you to actively participate in shaping our town's future. Share your ideas, engage in open dialogue, and let us work together to find solutions to the challenges that we're going to face. Your input is invaluable, and together we'll build a stronger and more resilient community. So in closing, let me once again express my profound gratitude for the honour of serving you as Town Mayor. I'm eager to embark on this journey with you, to lead by example, and to build bridges that will connect us all. Together, we'll create a town that future generations will be proud to call a home, a town that celebrates the arts, supports our local charities, and fosters a strong sense of community. So thank you very much, and let us move forward together on this exciting new chapter in our town's history. So I have great pleasure now in announcing or appointing Chris Cook as my consort for the ensuing year. So if you could join me. It's commonly traditional for mayors to choose a chaplain. I have selected a humanist celebrant as my chaplain. So for those who don't know what humanists are, they very much celebrate the connection between individuals and what we can do as individuals to help the people around us. I have great pleasure in appointing Helen Jeffries as my celebrant, but unfortunately she cannot be with us today. So she'll be the mayor's celebrant for the ensuing year, and I look forward to working with her for the term of my office. I would now, one page. So moving on to agenda item 8. I would like to invite nominations for the office of Deputy Town Mayor of Wokingham for the ensuing year. It is usual for the Town Mayor to indicate their wishes, and in this respect, my nominee is Councillor Robert Cllr.
I wish to propose Councillor Cllr.
I wish to second Councillor Cllr.
Thank you. Councillors, are there any other nominations?
No, I can confirm there are no further nominations.
Thank you. It has been proposed by Councillor Richards and seconded by Councillor Betteridge that Councillor Cllr is the Deputy Mayor for the ensuing year. Councillors, all those in favour? Anybody against? The motion is carried. I declare Councillor Cllr elected as Deputy Town Mayor for the ensuing year. I'm delighted to ask the Redlands Quartet to play a game for us while the adjournment takes place.
Okay. He's going to come in to help you get dressed, so to speak.
It's a good job we don't do this in July, isn't it? Yeah, just remove it.
appointments. I would like it to be noted for the record that Lucy Zeal was granted life tenure of the office of High Steward of Wokingham at the council meeting held on the 13th of May 2018. I would also like it to be recorded in the minutes that thanks be given to Lucy Zeal for her continued support for the Town Council. Please may I have the nominations for offices of the Town Crier, the Honorary Constables, the Honorary Meteorologist, the Honorary Bugler and the Honorary Parade Marshal.
Your Worship, I propose that the current honoraries remain in post.
I am happy to second the motion.
It has been proposed by Councillor Lack and seconded by Councillor Spencer that the following continue in their appointments. Mr. Nigel Hopkins as Honorary Town Crier, Mr. David Ashley Down as Honorary Constable, Mr. Martin Bishop as Honorary Constable, Mr. Neil Hodgson as Honorary Constable, Mr. Bernard Burton as Honorary Meteorologist, Mr. Damon Eames as Honorary Bugler, and Captain James Chappell as Honorary Parade Marshal. Councillors, all those in favour? Anybody against? The motion is carried. I propose that this meeting be adjourned until Tuesday, the 23rd of May at 7:30 p.m. Please may I have a seconder?
I wish to second that the meeting be adjourned.
Councillors, all those in favour? I therefore declare that this meeting is adjourned until 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday, the 23rd of May. Thank you. So as many of you know, Churches Together in Wokingham have always been great supporters of the Town Council. They have invited us to a service, a civic service, later on this afternoon. Before that, I would be delighted if you would join us for refreshments before we head to the Bradley Centre. Because of the nature of our very broad council representation, the service is going to be open and accessible to everybody, regardless of faith, and you are all very welcome. So before that, to conclude the ceremony, I would like you to join me in singing the National Anthem. So please stand, if you are able, for the National Anthem. God save our gracious King, long live our glorious King. God save the King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the King.
Please remain standing if you're able to, whilst the mayoral party retire. going to need this. I've put this downstairs.